That we're even having this conversation coming up, any parent out there is going to make them shake their head. A Maryland bill right now is aiming to protect children from sexual abuse that might have a loophole that could keep kids in danger. And now even one state's attorney is raising the alarm about the bill meant to prosecute educators and social service workers that fail to report child sex abuse.
The 7 on your side, I-Team's government watchdog Nathan Baca has the story here. Nathan.
Well, teachers, police officers, and healthcare employees, they're all mandatory reporters. That means they have a legal requirement to report claims of child sexual abuse to law enforcement. But in Maryland, if they don't, their criminal punishment is nothing. Deontay Caraway, John Vigna, Lawrence Joines are just some of the former Maryland school employees convicted of sexually abusing children. Court records show school administration suspected those 3 educators years in advance of their arrests, but did not report those suspicions to law enforcement. Janice Sartucci is with the Montgomery County Parents Coalition.
Back in 2013, a letter went out that was copied to about a dozen administrators, all notifying them that John Vigna was engaging in lap sitting. And lap sitting is as bad as it sounds. It is like a lap dance with a small child on your lap. And so all of these administrators were notified that John Vigna was lap sitting with these little girls, and yet none of them reported.
Montgomery County Public Schools had an internal list of more than 200 employees accused of sex crimes against students. The district's legal team did not report that list to law enforcement until 2015. As Adam Rosenberg with the Baltimore Child Abuse Center points out, there are 2 states that don't have criminal penalties when mandatory reporters fail to report child sexual abuse: Wyoming and Maryland.
We've been debating this issue for years in Annapolis in the Maryland legislature. You know, post-Sandusky, post-Catholic Church.
Maryland Delegate Kathleen Dumais voted against criminal penalties, saying those who fail to report should lose their license, not their freedom.
That's completely wrong. And maybe those people shouldn't be in the classroom.
So they shouldn't have a job, but they should not be in jail.
You know, jail isn't going to solve the problem.
A Maryland legislative bill failed twice before. State Senator Bobby Zirkin is leading the 3rd try to punish those who fail to report child sex abuse.
You are literally turning a blind eye to the abuse of a child when you have actual knowledge of that abuse. That, to me, that is beyond a license problem. That goes to criminality.
Notice the phrase actual knowledge. It's in both the Senate and the House bill. It could be interpreted by a court that a person actually has to witness, not just hear about sexual abuse to be compelled to report it.
To have actual knowledge, no other state has that as a requirement. It sets an impossibly high standard.
Jennifer Alvaro is with the Montgomery County Parents Coalition.
I think it's a Trojan horse. I think this is being done for show.
Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby wrote lawmakers saying it would be nearly impossible for her prosecutors to go after mandatory reporters who ignore the law because it's difficult to prove actual knowledge.
That absolves all of our administrators from reporting what they learn in year 2, 3, 4, and 5.
The failure to report bill, as written, is expected to pass the legislature within weeks. Lawmakers and advocacy groups supporting the bill say it's better to pass something now and revisit the law if necessary. Nathan Baca, ABC 7 News.